Last time I showed us a video on how to make date paste. We turned it into cubes that we can easily remove one cube and use whenever we want our natural sweetener. Today we are going to be making this creamy and delicious date syrup. To make date syrup, you need your dates and water. That's practically it. So I have my dates. These are not very dry dates. I like to work with dates that are dried but not very dry, because the very dry ones you have to soak them in water, most likely overnight. But this one I soaked it in water for just about an hour. And I like to wash my dates and then open it up before soaking it. Why? Because when you soak it before you try to open it up, it becomes a little messy. When dates stay in water, they become soft and then their juices start to come out. So trying to remove the seeds after it has stayed in water for a while, it gets a bit messy. Now you can see I'm opening it up and there's no brownish date stuff stuck on my hand, right? So I went ahead to open up my dates, and these ones I set them aside because they had a bit of dirt in it, just 2 of the dates. This is what happens when you use dates that are not very dried, okay? You don't get a lot of bad ones. That's why I prefer this kind of dates. They are, I don't want to say they are fresh. They are not very fresh, but they are not very dry either. They're just somewhere in between. So I prefer these ones. That's why I had just 2 of them that had those things inside. But if you buy dates that are very old, you'll find that they have those seed-like stuff inside a lot. So I always go for the ones that look fresh. Now, after thoroughly washing my dates, I go ahead to soak it in water. I do not soak it in a lot of water, just above the dates, because I'm going to use this same water to blend my dates. Why would I do that? Because the juice, you can see that water already has some it has dates in it already, okay? Some of the juice and the sweetness from the dates has already gone into the water. So you want to ensure that you wash your dates very well, so that when you soak it, you can use the water to blend your dates. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend my dates, and I didn't add more water, okay? So I just used the water that I had already soaked my dates, and you have to blend it till it gets, you guys can see how smooth it is. I'm going to put the second one and show you. At the point, the only water I added was to rinse out the blender. So this is what it looks like. At this point, we have made date paste. So this is date paste. If you watch the video on how to make date paste, that's what it looks like. And the date paste still contains all the fiber, but when we make syrup, we extract the fiber and just keep the sweetness. This is what we're doing now. I pour my blended dates, my very soft blended dates, into a cheesecloth, and then I just continue squeezing until I extract all the water and the sweetness from my dates. I'm going to pour it into a pot. This date syrup, I'm going to use it to make fulere or zobo drink, as some people call it. Stay tuned for that video. I'm going to be making 100% natural fulere, very delicious. That video is coming. That's why I process my dates into a syrup to use as my sweetener. So you guys will see, this is the chaff. I'm going to keep this chaff. I'll probably use it when I'm making my cake or banana bread or something. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to throw it away. It's just fiber. It doesn't really have any sweetness anymore. So I poured my liquid into the pot, and then I just continue mixing it. So I would leave it to boil for like 5 minutes, and then I stir it continuously for about a minute. I leave it to boil for about 5 minutes, and this process went on for, I think, 50 minutes to 1 hour. 50 minutes, I'll say 50 minutes, just a little bit under 1 hour, and voila. After mixing, boiling, stirring, we now have our date syrup. All the juice has reduced down into a syrup. At this point, you want to take it off the fire and take it off the hot pot, because it's going to continue cooking if it stays in the hot pot. So you want to take it off completely. It's now looking like honey. You don't want it to get any darker, because it's going to now get black and it's going to be bitter. So you want to take off your date syrup from the pot immediately, and this is what it looks like. It is obviously going to get a little bit thicker because I didn't use a lot of water, so that's why I'm having this consistency. Thank you for watching. Try out this recipe, come back and tell us how it turned out for you. Stay tuned for more videos on JD's Home.